If you was to get $1 million, but you had to die tomorrow, would you take it?
Nope.
Let me ask you this. What if somebody said yes? How would I answer back? What would I tell them? It's not where they want to be at. This $1 million can help their children, help their family, help everything that they got going on. And they've never been able to do that in life. They've always had a rough life financially. And, you know, they're older and they've kind of completed their life here on earth. They did all they think that they can do. How would I answer
I'm
that
going to
back
put
to
it
them?
in this perspective. My grandfather passed away 12 years ago.
Yes, sir.
When he was 59 years old. I think it was 12 years ago, 13 years ago, something like that. I was in 6th grade. If you told me I'll give you $10 million right now, or you get to have one more day with him, someone who I very much looked up to and would like to have one more conversation with, I would take the conversation. I would take the time. So when someone thinks that all their only value to their family and to their friends is the money they can provide, I would say think of it that way. Is there someone in your life that you would rather have back again for one more day, for 24 hours, for a week, whatever, for one more conversation? Would you rather have them, or would you rather have the money?
Welcome to New York. 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 Welcome to New York.
Get up, get out of bed, and get going.
All right. It's been a minute, but we're back.
Hey, man, we back in action, man. It's been a minute, you know, just a minute, though. You know what I'm saying? Not an hour, a year, nothing like that.
It's been what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. You know,
Something
2
like that.
weeks. Yeah. You looked a little refreshed, man. Got a little haircut, bro.
Yeah, I had
know
to
what I'm saying?
yesterday. I had a chia pet growing on my head.
I see, man. You look good, bro. Gotta get my haircut tomorrow, bro. Got all this wisdom coming in, you know what I mean?
All that wisdom.
Yeah, the gray hair. Yeah, it could be stressed, though. I doubt it.
So when we first started this, man, you would text me and say, I'm 10 minutes out.
Yeah.
And then I would get that text and I would wake up and try to scramble to get everything ready.
Yes.
The past 2 times we've done this, I've gotten up an hour early
That's good.
to make sure that I had everything ready because I don't want to get up in the morning.
I know.
I enjoy doing this, but I don't want to get up in the morning to do this.
Yes. You're not a morning person.
No, not at all. So I've been kind of forcing myself to be uncomfortable and get up. Like this morning, I got up, cleaned up the apartment a little bit. I made sure everything was set and ready to go. Yeah, made sure everything was ready to go. I cranked out some pull-ups.
Nice.
So tried to get a little extra workout in. Went and got some coffee from Main Street Cafe.
Hey.
All right, so I'm making myself do things that I don't necessarily want to do. I saw something. You know who Andrew Tate is?
No. I heard the name, but tell me about him.
He's real viral right now.
Okay.
On
Yes.
TikTok,
Okay,
kickboxer, the
I
bald
was
guy.
going to say, yes. I have a granddaughter that, we talked about him this weekend.
So
Okay.
I saw a quote of his, and actually The Rock quoted him in an interview. Said the guy who goes to the gym every day, regardless of how he feels, will always beat the guy who decides or not whether he wants to go to the gym based on how he feels. So that I
Nice.
was just thinking, like, man, you always hear the person who goes every single day, shows up every single day. We've talked about it on here.
Right.
Shows up every single day, regardless of how they feel.
Yeah.
And puts in some sort of effort. We talk about it at work. Sometimes you're not going to give 100% effort, but if you give 60% today, 90% tomorrow, 100% the next day, or 50% again, that's going to be you're going to get much more out of it than going 100% one day, taking 2-3 days off, going 100% that day, taking another 2 days off, giving 100% that day. You're going to just get more out of it.
Man.
And so I've been trying to do that. I have been getting up earlier. Like last Tuesday, we didn't even do this, but I was up at 5:30 again. I was up, I had everything ready, and then we weren't able to do it. So I just stayed up.
Awesome, man.
I stayed up, and I don't normally do that, but I'm trying to force myself into the habit.
Awesome,
So
man.
it forced me to go to bed earlier too. I mean, still going to bed at way later than I should. But I'm not staying up till 2 or 3.
Yeah,
If
good.
if I get up at 5:30, then
Good, man.
I go to bed at 2. I'm going to be screwed.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm happy and excited for you, man. I really am. It's because you said 2 things, man. You said uncomfortable and you said change. Change only comes if you're uncomfortable. Change only comes if you're uncomfortable. So I'm so proud of you, man, for getting up. And then you said another thing that I really caught is because I really started doing this and I figured out I do have more time. If I get up earlier, I can get more things accomplished. You know, you got up earlier, you did some pull-ups, right? You exercised, so you got some health in. You went and got some coffee to get you stimulate your mind. You cleaned your house, so guess what? You've done a lot of stuff today just by getting up an hour early. You know, so basically that hour, you getting up an hour early kind of turned in probably 3 or 4 hours of things that you would have done anyway. Or, you know, took a Saturday to clean your house. I mean, you ever cleaned your house on Sunday? I have. We cleaned it all day. Like all day, like we'll stop, take a break, clean it some more, and you were able to get all that stuff done. So proud of you, man. Continue to get up early, and guys, it's right here. It tells you. You know, nobody wants to get up out of bed. I don't want to get up at 5. Nobody wants to roll out of bed. Nobody wants to get ready for work. We don't. We want to stay in our comfortable beds where we're comfortable, where we're cuddled, where we're relaxed, where we're just chilling. But guys, you got to get up. You got to get up out of bed, and the earlier you get up, the more things that you can get done. Remember what he said last time, you only got 24 hours in a day.
I mean, just think about it. Like it is 6:40 now, so it's an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes after I've gotten up.
Yeah.
My eyes are still red, and I'm just now getting going.
Yes.
Right. So if it takes me an hour to get into the day, and I used to do this a lot going to work, I'd get up, I'd shower at night, get up 20, 30 minutes before work, even at the dealership.
Yeah.
And I would just roll in.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it, hygiene, everything. But I just, because I live 10, 15 minutes away, just roll into work.
Yeah.
And then just take an hour and a half to get ready. We had a guy who's not there anymore, but he was notorious for that. And to me, it took me 2 hours to get going. If I'm getting up 20, 30 minutes, 45 minutes before work, like it takes me forever to get into the rhythm of being productive at work versus if I get up an hour and a half, 2 hours before work.
Amen to that. Yeah.
Which is not super early. You know, that's 6:30.
Yeah.
All right. 7 o'clock. I just feel like I can get to work, start being in a better mood. I don't have to like isolate myself and just tune everybody out. What's up? And just fist bump and just do my thing till I can wake up an hour later. I can be more productive in the beginning, you know, be productive longer. Right. I may not be able to stay up till 2 a.m, but you know, I don't need to.
No need to.
Yeah. No need to.
No need to.
I had a question for you. You know, I kind of want to start doing this a little bit, you know, every week or two. Just kind of what are your morning thoughts? Like what's your goal today? What's your goal this week? What do you want to accomplish? Because week to week, month to month, things are going to change. I guess this might be where we get a little personal, but like, just what are some things you're working on right now?
No, that's a great question. One of the things I'm working on right now is like you getting up earlier and using that quality time that I have earlier. You know, something it's funny, man, that I think about these things in the morning also, and then I arrive here and we talk about them. It's crazy. It's because my thought this morning, let me share that with you. My thought this morning was what you said is that one day you can't go 100%. And then take a couple of days off and try to bounce back and go to 100% again. And that's me, man. I was thinking about yesterday at work in a meeting that we had, our managers meeting. I thought, you know what? I put in some effort today, but what I realized is that my 50, my 60, my 40, even my 90% isn't good enough. Isn't enough percentage for what I need to get accomplished. So I got to go 100% every day. And so that's what I'm working on right now, man. I'm working on when I get up in the morning at 4:15, my alarm goes off, go 100% till I fall out in that bed at nighttime. That's what my thoughts are. What's going 100%? Well, being in that moment, being there for my friends, being aware 100% of the time of everything that's going on around me, and whatever that I'm doing, exhausting that energy 100% in whatever I'm doing. So the first thing that I do when I wake up, I just thank God, man. That's the first thing that I do. That's my first post on Facebook, is to thank God, because without him, I'm nothing, man. And with him, I can get through, you know, my self discipline. With him, I can do the things that I need to do to be better as a person. So that's the first thing that I think about. And then I think about our team now. I think about, our salesmen. I think about them rolling into work 20 minutes late, or, rolling out of bed 10 minutes and then coming to work and looking like they just partied all night. So I'm really thinking about them. And so what I started on Monday, and I kind of used to do it a little bit, Austin, maybe when you were on the floor, but I'm sending them a motivational text every morning. Every morning that I get up, I'm sending them the same text that I'm reading to myself, so that we're on the same page together. To help them get up in the morning, to help them get going. And so, right now, that's what my focus is. Just like I said, getting up in the morning and going 100% for me, whether I'm being a dad or a husband or a coach at work or a mentor, whatever I'm doing at that moment. Just go 100% at it. Don't do 60%. Don't, somebody asks a question. Don't just say, yeah, dive into the question that they're asking me, give a great answer to their question. Just go 100% in everything that I'm doing, from the time that I wake up at 4:15 to the time that I pass out in bed. So, that's what my thought is. Just making me more aware, making me more applicable to somebody else, and just focusing on that extra time in the 24 hours in a day, and what can I accomplish in that 24 hours in that day. So that's what my thought is.
Now, you have more than anybody, like more than a lot of people that I've met, you have a mental stamina, mental fortitude, I guess you could say, because that's shown by the examples of you getting up at 4:15, going to bed at 11 or 12, getting up, doing it again, and accomplishing everything throughout the day. You've got kids, grandkids you worry about, take care about, a wife. You're at work 11, 12 hours a day, right? You come in here, you do this, you make sure you work out every day. I mean, you take care of your yard. I mean, it's the summer, you got to mow, you do all the yard work. I mean, you do all of these things. You have all these responsibilities. So for someone who wants to start growing and start accomplishing all these things throughout the day, but may feel like they don't have the mental stamina, because,
Sure.
you can go into a gym and you can start learning how to pace yourself the correct way to get in a certain amount of sets. You can feel when you're getting a good workout. You can feel, okay, I've been on the heavy bag for 7 rounds for 3 minutes straight. So 21 minutes, I've been killing the heavy bag. And then I go and then I do 5 sets of bench, and then I do 5 sets of squat, whatever your workout is, right?
Yes, sir.
Go through a CrossFit workout, whatever the workout is. You can go into a kickboxing gym or a jiu-jitsu gym for a whole class and exhaust yourself.
Yes, sir.
And then you find those points of rest and recovery, and okay, we're here. So I know that I can get my rest here, and then, okay, boom, I'm back at it. And then it's easier to, I guess, compartmentalize and cope with the physical stress, because we're just used to a good workout.
Yes.
But how does someone that says, Bo, I want to start accomplishing as many things as you do in your day.
Yes, sir.
In my day, I don't want to wake up 20 minutes before work. I don't want to stay up and not have 5 hours after work of stuff that I'm being lazy, that I feel like I'm worn out from work. I can't do anything else.
Yes, sir.
How would you advise them, I guess in a few short tips to get them started on building that mental stamina, mental fortitude that you've accrued or acquired over several years?
Yes, sir. The first thing that I would say is pray about it. I mean, really, 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 really pray about it. Let that be first, right? The second thing is have thought replacement. And I've talked about it before. Thought replacement is not easy. It took me 2 years to do it. Thought replacement is the biggest key in your mental state. You got to realize is that life happens. Life is going to happen. Life is going to slap you in the face the first time. You got to get back up. Life's going to slap you in the face again. The second time you get up, you're stronger now. Life's going to slap you so freaking hard, it's going to knock you on your face. The third time you got to get up. When you get up that third time, the world will know you're a champion. It's because of your mindset. When you get knocked down, you got to get back up. And you got to tell yourself, whatever knocked you down, don't allow that to knock you down again. You have to control what you can control. You got to control what you can control. And the two things you can control, and I really dove into it, Austin, is that you can control your thinking, you can control your effort. You can control your mindset and your efforts that you put into something. So that's the most important thing you got to do, is have thought replacement. Because if you cannot change something, If you can't change it, you got to change your attitude about it. If you cannot change it, you have to change your attitude about it. What's changing your attitude about it? Well, you got to take that negative and turn it into a positive. You got to take that negative and allow it to drive you to be something positive. And then you got to gain that strength. You got to gain that strength, and you got to have a I don't give up attitude. I cannot give up attitude. I will not give up attitude to be where you want to be. So the first thing, pray about it. Put it on your agenda every day. Talk about it every single day. Talk about it every day. And it's hard to talk about that and those type of things with somebody personal, is because everybody has different agendas. Unless you talk to somebody like you, good buddies, that's going to tell you the truth and show you the way, right? Talk to those folks, people that are going to show you the way that brings value to your life. Don't talk to those folks that are going to tell you the same things going on in their life and they're doing the same thing. You don't want that, because now you're in that same boat. Talk to somebody that is doing better than you. Talk to somebody that you idolize every single day. Watch videos. Talk to people that you want to be like. Once you start doing that and you start talking to those people, you'll want to be better than them. And that's what's going to drive you to have that mental state. Again, pray about it. Number 2, have thought replacement, guys. It's not going to come overnight. It's not going to be easy. But when that negative arises, think of something positive. What I do is, when a negative arises, I think about my grandchildren and how they smile and how they just laugh and have fun no matter what. When a negative arises, I think about our sales team and how, guess what, that used to be me 10 years ago, but look at me now. So guess what? I can help that young man get to where I need to be. Change your mindset. Change your mindset. If you can't change something, change the way you think about it.
Boom. And I'm going to build off of that. So a lot of the time we think of negative things as events. A lot of the time it can be people in your life. Correct. So I obviously, it's no secret, I love boxing, kickboxing, MMA. I kind of look at it as, okay, if life's my opponent, all right, I'm going out and I'm battling all these things. You can't fight your opponent and your cornerman. Right? Correct. If your cornermen are holding both of your arms, correct, you're going to get lit up. Correct. Right. So we often look to advice from people that don't necessarily know exactly what's going on in our life, what our situation is, and not even if they do understand it, they might not have the experience necessary to give us the advice going forward. Yes, sir. So the way I like to look at it is, you want people's perception, but you don't want their prescription, because the prescription that they fill for you, yes, might not be exactly the direction you need to go. That's right. Right. If you don't know what career path you want and you just listen to your parents, you listen to your cousins, uncles, whoever, friends, and they tell you to do something, you might go do something that you hate doing. Yes, you will. Instead of just listening, hearing them out, hearing some other people out, hearing your friends out. That's right. Hearing out people out in the world that you've met, meeting people, allowing yourself to network, find out what you actually want. That's right. And taking all the bit of advice and taking all the perceptions and using it to your own advantage, and you're coming to your own conclusion, then you're going to take their prescription, you're going to fill it, and it might not be the right medicine for you. That's right. So that's right. Like you said, if you can control your own thoughts, if you can control something, control it. Yes. If you can't control it, control how you think about it and your mindset about it. That's right. So that's exactly right. I mean, that's kind of how I like to look at that. Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, and you know, I look up a lot of motivational stuff, and I look up a lot of quotes, because I'm looking for a quote to fix my day or give me some advantage, right? And so I seen that quote, man, and it said, you know, control the things you can control. If you can't control it, change it. But if you can't change it, change your attitude about it, because it's not going to change the way you want it to change, or it's going to stay the same. And if you want to be around that, if you want to associate yourself with that, then just change your mindset about it, you know, and look at it from a different point of view. And so once you change your mindset about it and you look at it from a different point of view and you got it, now you can present it to the people that haven't changed. You can present it to the people that are in their comfort zone. You can present it to them, and now they can see the change. They can see the change, and then maybe they'll follow that change.
Two things we get every day. That's a chance and a choice. let's put more value on the choices that we make, because our choices is what determine our destination. Them choices, that's everything. And I say that because I used to ain't think about a lot of the shit I do. You know what I mean? So to put an individual in the frame of mind, every choice you make, evaluate it, kind of think about it. Man, you know, life becomes so much sweeter just doing that. Two things
you get every day: a chance and a choice.
Chance and a choice, boy. Chance and a choice. Chance and a choice, man. So, Austin, real quick, man. You know, I want to ask you a question too, kind of on that, man. You've been getting up at 5:30 now, and you've been doing a lot more things, and you're feeling better and stuff about yourself, and getting up out of that comfort zone. How are you staying in that moment? How are you staying continually doing that? What's causing you to continually do that?
Oh, okay.
I know you feel good and you're getting more stuff done, but as far as your mindset, you know, will you continue to do that, or, you know?
First, I'll talk about the only negative is just being tired.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only negative, right? But when you look at the pros and the cons, the pros, I got up this morning and I kind of smiled when I was cleaning my bathroom, doing everything. I was in my bathroom and I kind of looked at the mirror, and, you know, I was still waking up, and I was like, man, how many people are doing this? Not a lot of people. I mean, there are people out there, right? But not a lot of people are going to be doing a podcast and then trying to edit it and then going to work for 11, 12 hours and then coming back and then editing and, you know, doing whatever else I'm doing and then going to kickboxing 4 times a week, trying to train for a fight just because I want to push myself. Not a lot of people are doing what I'm doing. Again, I'm not saying I'm exclusive or I'm the only one in the world, but there's very few people that push like we push, and I'm pushing even harder because I want to accomplish more. I want to do more. I don't want, at the end of the day, I had a football coach that would tell me, and I actually want to interview him one day. I actually called him last night. He didn't answer. Thanks, Coach. Coach Natty. He said, regret is the most expensive thing in the world. Regret is the most expensive thing in the world, because you don't want to look back and then realize that I didn't try. I didn't try this. I didn't put in effort when I could have. So what could I be now if I had done what I was supposed to before? And that's one of the things I go by. And sometimes a lot of the time I catch myself slipping. But to answer your question, I got up this morning and I was talking to myself, and I was like, man, I felt proud. Like, no, hardly anyone's doing what I'm doing. No one's putting in the effort that we're putting in to get up this early to do this. Even you got up earlier than I did. You went and worked out. But that is something that is driving me, making me want to do this, is separating myself. Whether I'm always loving it, whether I'm always enjoying it, that's not the point, because I know at the end of the day, I know what that delayed gratification is going to feel like. I know what accomplishing feels like. You know, we talked about it several weeks ago, how I don't necessarily congratulate myself for little wins, but that doesn't mean that I don't like feeling accomplished.
Yes.
Right. It doesn't mean I don't like doing something that I set out to do. So building something here, I'm passionate about.
Yes.
Again, not that I'm always perfect and I'm always going to put in the exact amount of effort, but staying as consistent as I can and growing that consistency every day, every week, getting better at this. Like we've had some mornings where I showed up and I screwed up something on the computer, and one time we didn't have your voice. One time we didn't have the reaction or the TikTok audio. I mean, there's just been times that I again, you want to know part of the reason why? It's because I got up 20 minutes before you got here, and then I rushed to get everything done. I had this set up an hour or 45 minutes before you got here.
Yeah.
I went and got coffee 45 minutes before you got here because everything was ready.
Everything is ready to
So
go.
just being prepared and getting myself in a better state of mind, and just separating yourself.
Yeah.
Not everybody's doing what you could be doing.
For sure, for sure. Hey, congratulations too, baby. You know, we just hey, you know, celebrated your small win right then, bro. We just celebrated. You said you were proud of yourself, bro. So that's celebrating your small win right there. That's a good job, man. So, you know, it sounds like that you are making choices to better your chances. So, I mean, it's right. So you make better choices, your chances are better. Why wouldn't you make better choices for yourself so your chances will be better?
Yeah. So again, this is so simple, but it's like I like to break life or boil life down to as like many recipes or algorithms as I can think of.
Yeah.
I know life's complex, but like you have chance every day
Yes.
in different scenarios, and you have a choice about that chance. You can go one way or you can go the other.
Yes.
A lot of people choose to go this way.
Yeah.
Most of my life, I've chosen not to get up earlier, not to be productive. When I get home, just to play video games or to just watch TV or do something that is unproductive and that's not going to make me feel satisfied. All right. This morning, last Tuesday, several days I've gotten up and decided to do something, be productive. I've gone for a walk one day last week. Yesterday, I didn't want to go to kickboxing.
Yeah.
I was exhausted.
Yes.
I went. I was 15 minutes late because we left the dealership at 7. I got there at 7:15. But guess what? I still worked out for another hour and a half. Right? We all stay late. It's those choices. Just because I didn't want to go made me, okay, well, I'm fighting Saturday, so I better go.
Right.
By the way, yeah, I'm fighting this Saturday, so I'll let you guys know if I win or not. You'll probably be able to tell.
Yeah, you'll know Tuesday.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he'll let you know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. We're going to celebrate it, though. Whether it's a win or loss, we're going to celebrate
If
it.
I get knocked out, he's going to have the video.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to have the video anyway. We're going to celebrate
And
this.
we'll react to that.
There you go. We'll react to his first fight, so he's going to be cool.
Yeah, you've got a chance and you've got a choice. And when you make those choices, your chances get better. You get more chances, right?
That's right.
You make the right choice, you're going to get more opportunities in life. You make the wrong choice, those opportunities are going to dwindle. The opportunities that you want, that you dream about. So that's why you have to be able to take advantage of opportunities when you see them and be prepared.
Yeah, for real.
I just want to be prepared with everything, with my life, right? My personal opinion is the real estate market's about to pop, and I want to be prepared to buy some real estate. Everything's super expensive buying a house right now.
Yeah.
So guess what? I sold my truck. I want to save that extra money. And I want to invest in some real estate here in the next 2 years whenever everything drops back down.
For sure.
So that's an opportunity that I want to take advantage of.
That's right.
So I'm preparing myself. Yeah. Do I miss my beautiful truck? My $60,000 truck that I was,
yeah, of
that I was
course.
driving? Yeah, of course I do. But I'm going back to a 98 F-150 for a while.
There you go.
And I want to take advantage of an opportunity that's coming up.
Yes.
So for you, what are some chances and opportunities or chances and choices that have made a difference in your life?
Some chances that I had, 16 years ago is come to Carter County Dodge. That was a big chance, and that was a major choice that I had to make. Already being 8 years in a business and doing good, and that was a chance that I had to take. But I'm so glad that I made.
You almost didn't, right?
I almost did not. Yeah, I almost did not. I almost went and worked at Valero, and I almost did not do anything other than continue doing what I was doing at Farmers Market. I wasn't looking for a job. I really wasn't. But I had a chance, and I had a chance to meet a young man, Corey Martin, and I had a chance to speak with him, and I had a chance to hear what he said that I could possibly do in the business, and I took that chance, made a choice. And I'm so glad that I made that choice. I made a choice, or I had I say a chance, but I went to, and how I got there was crazy. I went to a funeral of one of my good friends, to Corinth Baptist, and I had a chance to go to that. And while I was there, that chance took me into a choice of becoming a member of the church, and became a member of the church, and was a youth counselor. And other chances that I've had was to mentor others. Especially 2 years ago when I started really working out and started being super positive, I had a lot of chances to help other people and post and kind of mentor them. And so I took that choice there, and made a choice. I could, talk to these folks, and I can elaborate to these folks, or I can just say, you know what, you can go out there and do it like I did. You can do it and do it on your own and do it just like I did. But I took a choice and made that choice to, spread my wisdom to them, spread what I was going through, spread how I did not get up at 4:15, how I just laid around, how I was lazy. And I took that made a choice just to, again, elaborate to them and just share with them, my choices and chances that I had. So, my biggest chance again was, coming to Carter County Dodge and making that switch is because I met a lot of good people. I've met a lot of a lot of good folks, man. I've heard a lot of good stories, and a lot of those lives that I meet, the clients, they help me throughout my life, Austin, and they share with things with me that I can do in my life. And, you know, from people from all walks of life, man, from you know, the less fortunate to the less perfect to, I mean, all walks of life. And so taking that chance of switching after 8 years was probably the biggest choice that I've ever made in my life.
I want to touch on something you said, and you had a choice to, when trying to mentor someone, right, or trying to help somebody. We do it all the time as coaches, as managers at the dealership, and you with the kids that you're helping at the church and with your foundation. You can do it too. Just go do it. Like, instead of just being that hard ass.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes just one extra little detail for something to click for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
For me, like, I know when I'm learning something from you or Sam or Rocky or whoever, anyone in my life, a coach at the gym. Sometimes it's not connecting, and then, okay, you tell me one thing, and then, oh, that's the missing 10% that I need to put to hold this whole thing together.
Most definitely.
To understand where you're coming from and how to execute this.
Most definitely.
So when you're sharing your wisdom, as you say, with the kids, with the salesman, with me, you've had to learn. I know, because I know you've told me, you've had to learn how to be patient and repeat yourself over and over again. So when we're in a meeting, you'll repeat something like 10, 15 times. Mm-hmm. This is the last time I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
You say it. I'm going to say it one more time if you didn't hear me. One more time. All right? You go over things, and you go over those details, those fine details, because sometimes it takes that, because sometimes someone's not listening. Sometimes someone's not paying attention. Sometimes someone just has something going on in their life that they're not fully aware of everything that's being spoken to them or trying to be conveyed to them.
That's it.
And so I think you do a fantastic job of that, is relaying a message and breaking down the points and the details to where someone might be able to understand it better and connect with that better. So, I mean, that's something that I wanted to point out for people.
Thank you.
Sometimes you need to be patient, and I'm not the most patient person in the world. I find myself just, why the hell got the alarm.
That's patience, guys. Yep. It's patience.
So I find myself a lot of the times like, I can do it. Why the hell can't you do it?
That's me.
And then I think, okay, well, if I was on the other side of that, if you took that for granted from me, I might not be where I'm at, because I wouldn't have got the opportunity to actually break it down and learn it.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's very important going forward. Make note of that and make sure that you're not just shoving people off and shoving little details to the side.
That's exactly, that's exactly it, man. And you know what I'm saying? And again, I made that choices because I was just like them. And I didn't want to be just like that. So I had to make a choice to start sharing with people, you know, what I learned, especially thought replacement, man, you know, with our salesmen. And I'm just like that, man. If I can do it, you can do it. Well, come, you can't do it. Just go and do it. Just do that, do this, do that, do that. They'll never get it. No one will ever get it. You know why? It's because we have to do. Yeah, you good, man. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. It's going to tell us we finna get it, bro.
It's my normal alarms.
That's it, guys. Take a chance. Made a choice, right? Set the alarm and we ready to go, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, they're never going to get it. So the biggest chances that I will ever have is to lead by example. I got to make the choice to lead by example. You know, and when I lead by example, my chances are greater. I know my chances are greater. You know, by doing that, we'll sell more cars. You'll be better. Everything around me will be better. And so that is my total focus. Whatever chance that I have, whatever chance that God presents to me today, I'm going to make a choice to do it.
Do it.
What I tell people is the way you get to the next level of your life is keep going. Keep going, keep running. Even when you don't even know, even if it turns into
chaos. Run, Forrest, run.
You cannot be great if you cannot operate in chaos. That's my life.
Short, sweet.
Short and sweet, man. You can't operate in, I mean, you have to, man. Think about life. Life is chaos. You got to operate in it. You really do. Life is chaos. Life is never going to be perfect. You know, I mean, it's not, man. And so you have to operate in chaos. You got to keep going. It's simple. You got to keep going.
Yeah. It's what we talk about a lot. I've got it tattooed on me. You have to learn how to become comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Or you have to seek out the uncomfortable, then you'll become comfortable. Just like in boxing or fighting, I mean, you have to work on your defense, being comfortable with bunches coming at you, being able to counter off of it, just like life.
Yeah.
You have to be comfortable with, what coming your way.
Yeah.
You have to be comfortable with, okay, I can't overreact to certain situations.
Yeah.
Here's how I need to do X, Y, and Z if A happens, right? Sometimes you have to skip over everything and go to X, Y, and Z. Sometimes you have to go from A to B. Sometimes you have to go to A to Z, right? Because you have to have valid exit points and even entry points. So if something happens, you might want to open a door. Something happens, you might want to close that door,
Yes.
right? But you have to be comfortable with life being chaotic because it's going to be. Life's not always fair. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes
Life's never fair.
Sometimes you get the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
But you control what your thought. Getting old.
Oh yeah, you're in there popping, right? You're popping.
But you control your thoughts, right? And you can control your thought replacement.
Yeah.
So instead of being negative about this happening, okay, maybe you can't turn it into a positive, but at least you might not let it bring you to your knees.
That's right.
Right. Or if it does bring you to your knees, you can get back up sometimes.
That's exactly.
And I know it sounds so much easier saying it out loud
Yeah,
than
it
actually
does.
doing it. But when you actively catch yourself being negative, or you actively catch yourself saying a lot of these things or doing things that aren't necessarily going to better your life or be productive, or that are counterintuitive to where you want to be in your life, you'll start to recognize it and you'll start to figure these things out.
Absolutely. And I suggest, and here's a suggestion for everybody. Here's a not really a task, but here's a chance for everybody, right? So if everybody will do it for 21 times, tell yourself, right? You want to change something, but you can't change it. So let me change my attitude about it. Let me change my attitude about it. Say that to yourself 21 times every day. Every day I give you that, just take that opportunity to do that, right? Take that opportunity to do that. Here's a test for you. Anytime anything negative arises, or your life isn't going the way that you want it to go, or something's not happening right, say to yourself, change my attitude about it. Once you do that 21 times, now it becomes a habit. You'll realize, and you'll be in a situation, and you'll have a chance, and you'll have a choice, and you'll be sitting there, and you'll be like, ding, this is what I need to do. Ding, this is what I got to do. Ding, this is what I got to do. Ding, this is what I got to do. And you won't even realize what you're doing until afterwards. And you've made that right choice, and you're like, wow, how did I do it? That's how you did it. So I suggest everybody do that every day. Say to yourself, change my attitude about it 21 times, and allow it to become a habit that will help you in life keep going.
So it's funny that you say that. Throughout my life, I've noticed, in the gym too, right? You progress, you're not, you might get a pump in the gym. You might notice your veins popping, your muscles popping a little bit.
Yeah.
But after a while, it recedes a little bit because the blood's not pumping through your muscles anymore, or through your veins like it was right after the workout.
Right.
You're gonna feel when you go learn something, you're gonna feel really high about it, and you're gonna forget.
Right.
Unless you actively do it over and over again. True progress, and I've noticed this throughout my life, and it's one thing I've been able to recognize, and I'm grateful for it, is when I first got into sales. Again, it was a multi-level marketing company, doing door-to-door. But the progress that I was making in my personal life and my confidence and how I interacted with people, one point I was super low, and then I just noticed I was around good people or motivated people. 3 months down the line, I look back, man, I can't believe I was like that 3 months ago. And 6 months from then, man, I am a completely different person. And you just wake up one day, realize you're a completely different person. You did all those little things, but you didn't realize you were changing as much as you were changing.
Yes.
Because you do things over and over and over and over again, like you said.
Yes.
And then 2 years down the line, you're, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was that pathetic 2 years ago.
Holy crap. Yes.
I was that pathetic 2 years ago. And just imagine what you can do in 5 years.
That's right.
What's the saying? People overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 5 years.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
No, you're correct.
Just keep going, do those things repetitively. Like you said, create those habits, those thought replacements time after time after time, 21 times a day on little things. They're going to become a habit. Those little things you're not going to have to worry about anymore. And then in a year from now, you're going to be like, man, I'm doing 72 things differently than I did before.
That's
That
right.
are all productive and creative endeavors in my life. And then you're going to be in a completely different situation. I saw Elon Musk. I think it was a tweet that he said, focus on the next 3 to 5 years of your life, because 3 to 5 years ago, or the life you're living now is based off of the things that you did 3 to 5 years ago.
Yeah, 3 to 5 years ago. So what will you do now to have a life, and a good life, and to live the life you want to live 3 years from now? And you know, I utilize that a lot. And you know, my thing is, I look for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I'm scared to die and leave something.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm scared to die and leave somebody behind. I'm scared to die and leave and not knowing that I've done everything in my power to help that young man. That's my only fear, right? And so I take that fear and I run with that fear, and I make a choice to do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. Whatever it is, I want to do it right now. It's because, again, life's that fast. And if you stop, it's over. If you stop, it's over. So don't stop. Keep going. Make your movie and allow everybody to watch it and learn from your movie.
And by leaving someone behind, you mean not teaching them how to fish.
Not teaching them how to fish. Not leaving them here on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Not leaving them here on earth, because life is everlasting, right? But leaving an opportunity, leaving an opportunity here, right? An opportunity to help somebody learn, opportunity to help somebody grow, an opportunity to help somebody's life, an opportunity to get myself better. That's what I'm afraid of leaving.
And for the people who might be confused and thinking I'm just randomly bringing up fishing, there's that famous saying, you can teach a man, or you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man how to fish, then you can feed him for a lifetime. So I think that's what you're referring to, because I know you, and you're more than money, more than anything. You want to influence people in a positive way and help people become self-reliant.
That's it.
Self-accomplished. So
absolutely,
that's why you go work with the hundreds of kids and the youth that you do. That's why you put in so much time with people that you're mentoring. So you want to teach people how to fish and become self-reliant. So that way, when you get left behind, or when you leave this earth, could be tomorrow, knock on wood,
anytime.
Could be 45, 50 years from now.
Yes, sir.
But when that time happens, you don't want to have left something on the table and feel like you left someone stranded.
Absolutely.
Because you put that responsibility on yourself.
I put that responsibility on myself. I don't want to leave anyone stranded. You know, I really believe that God gave me something that's just to help other people in everything, right? In everything. I'm not the best at nothing that I'm doing. I'm not a saint. I'm not, this guy that everybody needs to believe in and look up to, but I am somebody, and I just want to share that positivity, the positivity with folks. I don't want to leave that. I want to share the positivity with folks. It's because regardless of what you're doing, if you're positive about it and you change your mindset about it, even though it's negative as hell, you'll get through hell. You'll get through hell. Trust me.
What's that? The country song? If you're going through hell, keep on going. Don't slow down.
Don't slow down.
If you're scared, don't turn around or something like that.
Yeah, don't slow down. Don't turn around, because it's hot.
Yep.
It's hot. Cool yourself off and change your mindset.
Speaking of Andrew Tate, here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, he's a little bit extreme on a lot of things. But
You got to be extreme, man.
I'll go do this today. I'll go do this today. I'll go do this today. And I very much live my life in a frame of, no, I have to do this. It's very much a I get to do this. There's another thing that a lot of people make a mistake with when I talk to them. Like, I have to go to work today. Change your language. I get to go to work today.
That's what I'm talking about. Change your language.
Be worse, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't be working. So you get to go to work. I have to fix the car. At least you have a car. You get to fix your car. Most people don't got one. I have to go get the kids. You get to go get the kids because you have these beautiful children who love you. You understand? People's even their own language is wrong.
real quick, I mean, just without, just saying thought replacement, exactly what he's talking about, right? But we get to see firsthand a lot of the time with people who are coming in some people come in, they want a car. Some people kind of want a car. Some people need a vehicle to help their family out.
For sure.
And some people aren't in a situation where they can get one. And And we see it every day, unfortunately. I wish we could sell every customer car. Obviously, you do too, especially the ones who really need it.
Yes, sir.
There's times where people come in and they cannot get qualified for a vehicle.
Right.
Right. And so they're in a situation where they don't have a vehicle. So, all right, you've got to spend $500 to fix yours. At least you got a vehicle.
Yes.
All right. You got to go to work today. You got to put in overtime. At least you got a job where you can provide for yourself or your family. All right. You've got to take care of the kids. They're screaming. They're annoying. The grandkids are annoying. At least you got kids and grandkids. That's
right.
Beautiful kids that love you.
That's
even
right.
if they're spoiled, even if they're kind of a-holes to you,
Yeah.
At least
they
you
brats.
at least you have family that cares about you. If you got friends that are annoying you, blowing you up, at least you got friends that care.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm a firm believer in everything that he said, man. And again, you have to start telling yourself that. You have to start looking at that aspect. You have to start looking at that analogy and saying these things to yourself. That's the first thought, man. And, he's right. Why not wake up every day and say, guess what? I'm up. I got an opportunity. I got a chance. I got a choice, right? Which way will I go? And that's the way you have to be. I mean, it sounds simple, but it really isn't. It really isn't. But if you continue to tell yourself, you'll do it, man. You'll wake up every day and say, I can do this, I can do that, and I can do this. And, at least you do have those things. So, think about all the things that you do have. Don't worry about the things that you don't have.
Let's see.
And what you got today is an opportunity. Get up, get out of bed, and get going. Let's go.
I was trying to do some math, but we'll do it another day. I don't know. I was trying to work out the math on it, but I kind of brain fog right now. If you have 30 years left of your life, I guarantee you that's here. Let's do it this way. If you have 30 years left of your life, so let's say
His brain's going right now, guys.
42.
Yes, 43.
Okay, 43.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take 42 though.
So let's say you're going to 75, right?
Yes.
So that's what 32 years. So
I'll
32.
take it. Can you do 80?
Times.
I want to make it to 80, bro. Can you do 80?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, give me some hope. Give me 80.
Okay.
Shoot. You trying to take 5 years out of my life, bro. I'm tripping.
30
I'm making it to 80, bro.
times 60.
Why you think I get up and work out at 4:15?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. See, changed my attitude about it. Changed my mind about it, guys.
I'm probably gonna be wrong on this, but we've got about 17 million minutes left. Regardless, if that math is completely off, that's okay, right? It's still
17 million.
17 million minutes.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, but also every minute that ticker goes down.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Seconds
why
are
would you
fast.
have a terrible attitude waking up when you only have so much time? Remember we did that one video, the reaction to it. Would you rather have, if I gave you $1 million right now, would you take it?
Not if I gotta die.
Exactly. Right? I give you $1 million, but you have one day to spend it. You can't wake up tomorrow. No one
I'm
would take it.
good.
There's hardly anyone on this earth that would take that.
No, not at all.
So time is more valuable.
Time is
Freedom
more
is more
valuable.
valuable.
Time is more valuable. I like that. Ask yourself that question every day. You know what I'm saying? Will you take $1 million if you had to die tomorrow? Will you take $1 million if you had to die tomorrow? Or would you not take that $1 million and have a lifelong life? However long your life expectancy
I think
may
it puts
be.
it in perspective because a lot of time we lose sight and then we're thinking of or dreading the day-to-day task, like he says, going to work, doing certain things at work that you don't like, talking to certain people, dealing with being customers, dealing with whoever in your life that's negative. I mean, you just got to put things in perspective that you get to wake up, you get to have another day. At the end of the day, you don't know how long you're going to be here. So
not at all.
You have to make the most of the time with the people you have. You have to do as much as you can to milk that time.
That's it. That's exactly it. And I'm so thankful that you said it, Austin. I'm so proud of you for getting your butt up this morning at 5:30 and get going, man.
Get out of bed and get going.
Get out of bed and get going. And I was going to tell you also tomorrow, if you get up like at 4:15 with me, I would deeply appreciate that because you can get me coffee. You can come on over to the house and clean my stuff while I go work out. You feel me? So you can get more done, Austin.
Not a chance. I still got to clean the rest of this.
He ain't going to do it, y'all. I guess I'll change my attitude about it too. We got to get up and clean up, man. But, change your mindset, change your attitude, take those chances, take those choices. And again, man, I like what you said. That's my new analogy. That's my question of the day on Facebook. So I'm gonna post today on Facebook. That's gonna be my question. If you was to get $1 million, but you had to die tomorrow, would you take it?
Nope.
That's what I want to hear.
I bet you get.
What do you think the percentage is gonna be?
100.
100%. People say no.
You're gonna have one or two people that act stupid.
Let me ask you this: what if somebody said yes? How would I answer back? What would I tell them?
I think it'd probably be a satirical answer. Just probably someone joking around. But if someone is actually serious,
if they're actually serious, their life is just not where they want to be at. This $1 million can help their children, help their family, help everything that they got going on, and they've never been able to do that in life. They've always had a rough life financially, and they're older and they've kind of completed their life here on earth. They did all they think that they can do. How would I answer
I'm
that
gonna
back
put
to
it
them?
in this perspective. My grandfather passed away 12 years ago.
Yes, sir.
When he was 59 years old. I think it was 12 years ago, 13 years ago, something like that. I was in 6th grade. If you told me I'll give you $10 million right now, or you get to have one more day with him, someone who I very much looked up to and would like to have one more I'll just say one more conversation with, I would take the conversation. I would take the time. So when someone thinks that all their only value to their family and to their friends is the money they can provide, I would say think of it that way. Is there someone in your life that you would rather have back again for one more day, for 24 hours, for a week, whatever, for one more conversation? Would you rather have them, or would you rather have the money? Now, if someone says money, then you can kind of see someone's priorities in life. But I guarantee most people who have emotions, most people that have feelings, most people that have a true sense of family and camaraderie, most normal humans are gonna say they would rather have that one person back. Me, or that's my perspective at least. I would rather have that one more conversation with my grandfather, right? Just like if I didn't have my mother or whoever, I would want to have that time back. There's a song called "If Heaven Wasn't So Far Away." Pack up the kids and go for the day. Talk to. I think it's a Justin Moore song. You go see everybody. We have so much limited time, right? Money, there's all the money in, there's enough money, right? There's enough money for everybody to have a piece of pie in the world. You just got to find out how to get it. Yes. What you can't get back is that time with people. So if you think that you're so unvaluable, not invaluable, unvaluable, that I could just hand you $1 million and you'll be happier with the $1 million than you would have been with me.
Yeah.
Then maybe you should do some inside looking or some reflecting. One, if that's truly the case, what have you done wrong? What can you change? How can you replace your thoughts so that way you can replace or change your influence on people and how people perceive you, not because perception necessarily matters, but because how you make people feel in the day-to-day life and how you make them feel about themselves and how people love you is important.
Yes.
So change that, or maybe you should just change the way you think about yourself because they probably love you more than you know.
Got you.
So
Got
the
you.
money's not worth it.
That's right.
That answers your question.
Yeah, that answers my question. Boom. The money's not worth it. Your time is.
Boom.
Everything that we do exclusive, make sure that it's all inclusive. I was taught make no excuses. As a man, you can't be useless.